But I am back. Your boy's back. Uh. I'm back and right again. Yep, just had to talk to my dad for a minute. I drop him off. Let's see. I'm back. Who's in the chat with me so far? So good. I noticed I'm getting less and less viewership. Am I shadow banned? I think I'm getting shadow banned. There's no way in hell I got as many subscribers as I do, even in the morning or late afternoon or at night. Your boy should be averaging about at least 75 to 150 people viewing. Something is terribly wrong with this situation. But I bet you any amount of money, if I was speaking on some simp shit, some scamming shit, some abort black baby shit, I would have over 300 to 500 people viewing me live. Rant, 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 rant. The rant's coming, don't worry. That's part of my rant, is this viewership shit, man. There's too many of our channels who have sufficient enough people viewing, and we don't even get enough support nor viewers. Now that's a fucking rant. You get a lot of qualities that people give you, and we don't even take. We're not even supporting. We're not being supported. God damn, she built nice. What's up, Mel? Like, I'm tired of like the black man to say, look, we gave y'all Kevin, and we gave y'all a lot of fucking intellectuals, such as Dr. T, Dr. Neil, Dr. Green Gorilla, Dr. Dunbar, and others. You got guys who is charismatic as an angry man. You got guys who is knowledgeable and esoteric as BGS. Something's not right. Something is fucking not right. I'm a little upset about this because you got a bunch of these simps who get supported. You got a bunch of these chicks who say the same fucking shit that we said for years, but niggas will actually do it. But it's the power of the pussy. That's all. It's a very powerful and intoxicating thing to a bunch of Negroes who would rather support a female talking the same shit that we say than the dudes who said it first. But I'm an evil motherfucker just for mentioning it. It actually disturbs me. You know, nobody wants to hear about male empowerment. Nobody wants to hear about black men being on their purpose. But if I wanted to kiss a bunch of females' asses, Toya and Mel, I get all the love in the world. I get all the money and support. I'm starting to really believe this is just a corner where a lot of people just want to complain. They don't really want to see any change. They just want to complain. Y'all want the simps to win? You want the righteous to win? Keep this shit up. Keep this shit up. Keep it up. I'm gonna tell you. lot of people do not support the voices that speak up for them. Because I know it's good goddamn well. If I erased everything off my channel and started a firearms, started a fitness, or started a damn pro police channel, I would get the viewership I want. You got to think about this. A lot of the content creators in the Black Manosphere shouldn't even have to fucking work regular jobs if the amount of people sub to them actually support it. They would be able to create commercials and support candidates. Y'all want to rant? Oh, I'm going to rant the fuck off today. But yet, you can't support your interests, but booty on the poll, get your booty to the polls, and no voting, no fucking can exist. This is what the fuck people think of you. Yeah, I'm glad they're gonna I'm glad they got Henry Cavill back. They were doing that man grimy. But yet, I remember a few years ago, motherfuckers were scared shitless over this hit list of content creators. And there were guys like myself, BGS, Angry Man, and others who confronted that shit and dismantled it. But it's funny how a bunch of the Johnny come latelys get the attention. It's hilarious. Here it is. You got a guy who's a goddamn cop, experienced soldier, experienced cop. And none of you ever heed the words I tell you? I think this place needs an overhaul. Then you got places like YouTube shadow banning niggas. For what? Because you don't like what the fuck the truth is? That's disturbing. It's really fucking disturbing. You could go and be totally monetized after supporting the abortion of black male babies rhetoric has been spoken. I want to put this in clear view of everybody's thought process. You can literally talk about genocide and get supported by high numbers of subscribers, and YouTube. There were no penalties issued from that statement. But if you talk about Ukraine, if you talk about the LGBT, if you talk about the small hat community, if you talk about the truth about black women, you're hated and shadow banned. I mean, look what happened to Andrew Tate. Oh, you're banned off of social media. For what? Telling the truth? You don't want little boys to become men. You'll support a bunch of these weirdos who said men are not supposed to be dominant. They're supposed to be submissive. You're going to support a bunch of guys who say men don't work out. It's okay to be weak. I actually pronounced YouTube actually that way purposely. YouTube. Think about this. You will support a bunch of transgender men reading stories to a bunch of kindergartners. What the fuck do kindergartners need from a guy who's confused? Explain that to me, YouTube. What the fuck does that benefit children? You got a bunch of weirdos around children and you support it? You allow people to come on your platform and call black men bullet bags, and there's nothing you ever penalize them for. But that's okay. That's okay. As much thought out, driven, well spoken content that comes from the black manosphere, who's actually leading the manosphere and men's rights groups to this day, you literally shadow banned us. But you let the intersectional feminists spread their rhetoric and lies without prejudice. This is a disturbing part, ladies and gentlemen. This shit can't be real. I want you to really take close picture of who gets to speak to these presidential, gubernatorial, and mayoral candidates. Anybody going for an office, a Senate seat, whatever the fuck. Tell me, when have they spoken to black men of any type of substance? Any type of intellectual prowess? If you said never, then you're correct. But how does Cardi B speak to the future president of the United States at the time, and Megan Thee Stallion speak with Maxine Waters? And that shit doesn't make you upset? You got motherfuckers like FD Signifier coming over here trying to shame black men until he becomes the victim of a bunch of divestors and ne'er-do-wells. But I gotta ask you, FD, is this your queen? Is this your queen? You got a bunch of chicks in our community who think it's not shameful to have babies by a bunch of men they never married. And then claim they're living their best life. And I'm supposed to teach my 15-year-old son to choose a bitch like that to mate with, to be married to. No! But here's the goddamn problem. When you stand up for men's rights, when you stand up for black men and black boys, and you say what is the unadmitted truth, unapologetically, you become the enemy. And let's really keep it funky. There's a lot of purple pill motherfuckers out here who will sell you out for the possibility of sex. But y'all don't hear me. Think about that. How many times and how many years have I told you? Majority of the women out there look at you as a utility. They don't see your humanity. They don't see your masculinity. They don't submit to your authority. They're not cooperative. They're insufferable. But yet, they still think they deserve the best in the world and putting nothing in the fucking deposit. They believe they can make any withdrawal without having insufficient funds. I want you to really take that in consideration. All the study, all the training, all the schooling that you went through is not enough to even be respected by the lowest of the low of your community. Y'all wanted a rant? You're gonna get a rant. Think about it, right? I want you to go out there to every female friend you had, every ex you had, and really ask, what did you really think of me? And all you got to do is have a candid conversation of something that's a little controversial, like child support. What the fuck happened here? Think about it. You got child support, child custody, the miseducation of black boys, and depending on their answers, you're going to see them for them. Let's see the truth. I think a lot of black men only come to these spaces because they're afraid to tell this shit to the women. If so, at least support the motherfuckers that speak up for you. Viewership, super chats, cash apps, sharing the stream. I mean, really, sharing means caring. Remember that. And yes, Mel, I saw what they talked about with Kanye. Think about it. When Kanye was kept from his children, when he was restricted access to his children, nobody blinked a fucking eye. And he's even proven it again. This is why Kanye's a genius. The only time you wanted to talk to me and see what's going on with me and see what's in my mind is when I post shirts that says White Lives Matter. It's a classic bait and switch. Now that I have your attention, insert message here. Tactic. Classic. Nobody felt sorry for Kanye when he was being restricted from his children. But now you give a fuck with White Lives Matter? Think about it. And the black community, we do a poor job of protecting our male heroes. I remember posting a video with Kevin said about modern women, and she like, this shit king. He died with a woman he doesn't know and broke. How does a man who averages about $5,000 a live stream, not including AdSense, not including promotionals, not including his consultations, not including his appearances on all these high-profile shows, how does he die broke? Explain this shit to me. When you go to places like the Joe Button Show, Vlad TV, you're getting paid to come on. See, I'm going to say this. Black women, on average, has to be the most delusional motherfuckers God ever laid eyes on. If you're going to say, that man died broke. All you have to do is go to his archives and just watch his old videos in the last 2 years and watch how much people donated. There was no small change, my friends. You had guys dropping $100, $200, $300, $500 like it was fucking nothing. But these bitches still believe that he died broke. You do know when you make over 1 million subs, you're basically a goddamn millionaire. You do know that, right? The motherfucker was mainstream as mainstream can get and was growing. If he was still alive with us today, he would even be bigger. You think some cable television or some satellite radio company wasn't going to bring his ass over? The devil's a motherfucking liar, man. See, this is the reason why I keep telling you women make poor leaders, because women don't understand logic and foresight, and that's what keeps them in the fucking dirt. I do have to agree with BGS. Black women, even a lot of the educated ones, are just not that fucking bright. They can't see the trees from the forest. They only believe what they feel, not what's there. Honestly, you really think that motherfucker died broke? If I can make $5,000, hell, let's lowball it a little bit more. $2,000 a live stream from super chats and cash apps, and that's lowballing what I've seen some goddamn days. How the fuck did he die broke? See, what really got women upset is he died the best way a man could, coming and going. You don't live where he lived and you're broke. You don't travel to places he traveled and you're broke. But yet, these broke ass females who's got to suffocate a nigga's bank account to get some fucking money are going to talk about another nigga who had a better bitch than they will ever dream to be, more money than they can even comprehend, but he died broke. Make that shit make sense. See, this is the reason why bitches don't like logic. Because when you give them logic, it takes the victimization out the equation. Yeah, Mel, you got silly bitches who, see, this is the problem. Being a black woman in today's society, they're in love with struggle. The average black woman is kryptonite to a successful black man. See, and the reason why I'm bringing this shit up is because if they'll talk about Kevin, they sure as fuck gonna talk about your ass. Now you see why I'm so passionate about supporting your fucking interests. Now you see, because as soon as you get successful, as soon as you marry who you want to marry, them bitches are lining up to say you ain't shit. When in reality, they should be bending on their knees, bowing down, kissing your ass because you are the shit. How are you going to talk about a man that's literally greater than you? How? Where do we do that? How do we talk about men that are greater than you? I've never seen jealousy until you come to the black community. There is no jealousy, just like you, until you see the black community. I want you to take that in mind and consideration. There is no type of jealousy until you come into the black community. I'm going to tell you how fucked up it is, right, about Kevin's death. How fucked up it is. You had jealous, greedy black women who went out and made a GoFundMe page, a fake one, to try to get some money to cash in on Kevin's passing. Who does this? Who does this? That is some ill shit. But yet they don't want a motherfucker like me talking about this shit. Making fake GoFundMe accounts saying that you're part of Kevin's family. The fuck? How are you going to disrespect that man's mother and his daughter? This is the reason why I say women have no integrity. No honor, no integrity. If you find a woman who has honor and integrity, you better keep that motherfucker, because you'll never find another one ever again. But yet, when I ask women, prove me wrong, I'm going to tell you the frustration I have. Even with my closest female friends, when we get into these discussions, I ask only one thing and one thing only. Prove me wrong. And all you get is or silence. Fucking silence. I say this. If we're going to judge leadership, how are you leading our children? How are you leading our children? Why do we go to every black enclave? A good portion of your boys either are undereducated, have criminal records, or involved in some type of nefarious activities. Riddle me that shit, Batman. Everywhere you see single motherhood, you see poverty, you see lawlessness, you see despair, depression. disrespect. Prove me wrong. I've been in this space for 7.5 years. Prove me the fuck wrong, please. Please. I beg of you. I dare you. I will put $100 on the table. Prove me wrong. But what you won't prove is why you are a failure. Why you are a Jezebel. Why are you a seditious traitor to your people, to your men, to your children, and to the good women out there? Because I gotta look at people who say they're for you, but don't speak up for you. I always had that about me. If a motherfucker was comfortable talking about me behind my back to you, then what the fuck's wrong with you? Here it is now. Some of the discussions I had with people on and offline of shit that they had to go through, which is just pure disrespect from ex-wives. Some of these men actually poured their hearts out, haven't seen their kids in years. Black men who said to me that I thought about deleting myself or fuck all that, of taking their own damn lives. And they would tell me that they saw various content creators in the black manosphere who talked them off the edge. But yet you want to shadow ban motherfuckers who are saving people's lives. Nobody gets it. Nobody fucking gets it. Even when I told my female friend, the reason why I have my son is because I'm a leader. It's because if I give you the job to raise him and you can't do it properly, I'm firing you and I'll do it my goddamn self. See, I don't go toe to toe, back and forth with a wayward woman. You go back to where the fuck you belong. If you can't respect me, then be away from me. Jesus suffers the little children. I don't. You wonder why chicks like her never been with anybody of any competence, confidence, and actually some damn intellectual prowess. It's because that man would tell her about her fucking self and tell her to go to fuck head. You could go call any chick I dated. Your boy was never some henpeck ass nigga. There's many of bitches I left on the side of the road for 20 minutes so they got their shit together. I am not here to take anyone's disrespect. The same thing I said for years as an officer and years as a soldier. I am not put on this earth to take your disrespect. And you know what, Detroit? See, Kevin was supposed to be the fruit. Now, all these bitches are getting a stick. This lets you know, and trust me, even Kevin's passing was the gift that kept giving, because it showed you how much they gave a fuck about an intelligent, confident black man. And let you know straight off the break. Think about it. Half these women never loved their fucking children before, and the only reason they even keep the children was because of the fucking promise of child support. Thank you, U.S. government. Is this the fucking country I fought for? Where a man can't raise his children? That's the country I fought for? For a bunch of weirdos to try to fucking convert our children into some fucking sexual deviancy? Is this the country I fought for? Where a black man can't be respected? The fuck out of here. The fuck out of here. It's disgusting. I'm going to tell you this crazy part right now. Here's the crazy part about this shit, ladies and gentlemen. All this I've been saying for years, and it's came to pass. We cannibalize our children. We destroy our leadership. And then we have the audacity to say, why nobody want to do anything for the black community? Because a lot of you motherfuckers out there let your wayward ass children, who are a bunch of criminals, tear up every goddamn thing of positivity that comes their way. Because you gave them no morality and you gave them no home training. I want you to really think about that shit. Every time a positive thing has been done to the community, it's usually overwhelmingly, the majority of times, it's by black men wanting to give back. Robert F. Smith, hallowed be his name, gave 400 black men their freedom papers a few years ago at Morehouse. And you know the only thing the fucking black community had to say about that man's generous contribution? Oh, he in bed with that white woman. And you wonder why motherfuckers never does shit for us? Because we raise a bunch of ungrateful, egotistical motherfuckers. That when that man bought those freedom papers of those young men, I didn't see none of these bitches tell their daughters, showed him up at the graduation. You better marry that motherfucker. He's starting out in life with a black Ivy League degree. He's going to go places and he has no debt. Did that happen? Fuck and no. Fuck and no. All they were worried about was who the man went to bed with at night. That's all they cared about. A philanthropist can't do right in our community. AB said Charles Faulkner Jr., as much as love black women the way they act, they got me looking at white women more too. Yeah, I said it. As much as we love black women, are you worth the squeeze? I'm starting to think that it's a detriment to even be around you. As much as I love and I'm attracted to them, it's a detriment. Hold on, folks. I want you to really think about this, man. You got people who celebrate the deaths of black men, but think we should work and obtain a lot of resources, wealth, just to give it to them. For what? For what? I'm gonna really say this. This might sound controversial, but black men are Israel in the socio-economic ladder. And what I mean by that is that you're literally surrounded by enemies all around your borders. The Asian community doesn't like you. The Hispanic community doesn't fucking like you. The white community doesn't like you. Even your fucking women you're supposed to trust with your life and soul and heart and mind, they will sell you out for a bag of Doritos. And nine times out of 10, they'll tell the motherfucker keep the Doritos. I'll do it pro bono. But y'all don't hear me though. Y'all don't motherfucking hear me. Y'all don't hear me. Y'all never motherfucking hear me, man. These chicks will sell you out pro bono just to look at the pain and disdain on your face. want you to think about that. Just to make sure you don't get it, just to make sure you're not happy, they will sell you out. You literally can't make this shit up. You call me a liar? What happened to civil rights? What happened during civil rights? You joined white women just so black men couldn't prosper. Just to spite us. You gave literally affirmative action, civil rights, and handed it over to white women. And gave them the permission to call themselves subjugated minorities. That's what you did. That's what you did. But then you have the audacity to say, why can't black men find a job? See what I mean? Just to have something to complain about and some drama. But then you go to these jobs, you're surrounded by good income making men, and who do you pick? You pick the ne'er-do-wells. You pick the criminals. You pick the niggas who got 15 different baby daddies. Shout out to Sun is Hot Raw. He said, Charles, it's obvious. They want a Game of Thrones style society where it's cutthroat to reach to the top. A productive black man to them is useless if he's not violently ruthless. Facts. Thank you for that support. I'm going to just point this out. The greatest gift a mother can give a child is the best possible father she can attract. This is how much you can prove they hate themselves, their children, and their men. That they will willingly get pregnant by guys who mean them no good. And not even question their decision. Not even take accountability. But here's the fucked up part. They'll complain all parts of the day and torture that damn child, constantly telling the child that they're like their no good ass father, but you picked this motherfucker. But I ask any of my detractors, prove me wrong. It's you who decided to go to term. It's you who decided to give birth. You could have had birth control, plan B, even abortion if you chose. We couldn't force you to do pro-life or pro-choice. Can't blame black men for that. Sorry. Sorry. You got to come with something better than that. The same old shit does not take effect anymore. Now that black men are actually having a goddamn standard about themselves. And here's the funny part. They're even getting mad that black men are holding themselves further accountable and making a bigger stride to have standards. You have more black men trying to be suited and booted, hardworking, blue-collar, skilled tradesmen, intellectual college men, but yet you still hate on them because they're not doing your bidding. And I know what people are going to say when they listen to the playback or right now. You only talk about hating on black women. I'm going to tell you this much. And I'm going to be very candid and honest. I'm disappointed as fuck with black women. Even some of the ones who I thought were actually the good ones. Even some of the ones who I thought were the good ones. I'm fucking disappointed by you. You're poor pickers of men. You're poor teachers of culture. You exude nothing but whore culture. You're aggressive, masculine, insufferable. And these are not the women I grew up with. So yeah, your boy's a disappointed motherfucker right now. And the worst and the messed up part about it, you're only getting worse. You don't respect black men, but yet you believe that a black man should get a good job, some wealth about him, pay your bills, but you don't respect them. How about them motherfucking apples? Even the Pookies and the Ray Rays are tired of the disrespect. Even the Pookies and the Ray Rays are tired of the constant disrespect. Even the Pookies and the Ray Rays are tired of this disrespect. I want you to think about that. What happens when they go and they become squared up, L7s? What happens when they actually take accountability for themselves? What happens when they say, you know what? I want a better life for myself. What happens? Nobody wants to be with a cantankerous, curmudgeonous bitch. I don't care what level of education he has or doesn't have. Nobody wants that for themselves. Hold on, folks. Detroit 313 said, good, let them go extinct. But they be crying over men for not being stepfathers because we have self-respect now. The crazy part about that is they only be talking about 18%, but shit, on 53% black men were single and childless. And you got to remember, it's growing. But 1.2 million black children that are born are not by black men. Do they call them non-black men they sire children with deadbeats? You ever hear that? Where the divestors at? Think about it. Like I said earlier, look at Marquise Jackson. That's the result of single motherhood. A spoiled, entitled bitch of a nigga. A man who's the complete opposite and opponent of masculinity. Shout out to Marvel 318. Salute, Colonel Faulkner. Whoa! He is diametrically opposed to anything masculine and fatherly. The only thing I see in black male homes is the indoctrination of hating fathers, of hating masculinity and manhood. That's the only thing that comes about. That's the only damn thing that comes about it. And I know some of y'all at work and this shit is coming hot off the presses. But god damn it, this shit makes you hot. Shit makes you extremely hot. And you know me, I'm not a jealous motherfucker. I support all kinds of channels and tell you to support to those channels. All right? But the craziest part is a lot of our channels in this manosphere are purposely being shadow banned. Purposely. So I want everybody to make sure you hit that bell and you hit that bell to get all of my live streams coming up. Because for some reason, there's certain channels, they put me on the sometimes or periodic when I know I hit the bell. I know I hit the bell for those subscribers. Excuse me, for those channels I subscribe to. So make sure that your shit comes in because they will somehow make sure that you don't see this and hear this message. Absolutely shameful. Absolutely shameful, folks. It is sometimes disgusting to see good black men catch hell because of an insecure, immature, selfish, egotistical, narcissistic, curmudgeonous, disturbed, masculine bitch. That is terrible. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. If you're new, don't forget to hit that Cash App and that Super Chat. Support your interest, goddammit. I'm so big on that. What's up, Nino? Mel said, you have selected all, and also when you hit the bell, get the notifications. You have to select all. Because I've been noticing they've been changing my shit from all to select. It's a damn shame that a lot of these chicks who know they can't raise children properly will not even give the children to their damn fathers. The least you could do is give us the children, let us fail, and you can blame us. We're willing to take the arrows. We're so willing to take those arrows. But you know what? Of course, you're not going to give up the kids because one, you don't want to give up power, and then two, you don't want to be looked at as the failure. You can't be the victim anymore if we're doing better than you. You were the cause. You were the cancer. That's all. You were the cause. Shout out to Aquateki for his Cash App support. Think about it. If they started giving black men their kids, black men won't even ask for child support. Black men will actually pay you to stay away. If black men actually had their kids, you would see damn near an overnight change. You would see more responsible young men, properly trained and properly raised, be successful. That Pookie and Ray Rayism would evaporate overnight. But they can't take it now. If you notice one thing about black women, they can't take losses. They can't admit that they're wrong. They can't admit that their feelings were incorrect. And this is their fatal flaw. They never see that they need improvement. They never see what they did wrong. And they'll never tell you this shit. They will never allow you. Look at that. Look at that. I'm looking at a lady right now parked in my car, talking to her young children, yelling at them, "Come the fuck on. Why don't you hold their little ass hands, you bitch?" I'm going to leave y'all with this, man. We are all what we got. We are all what we got. We're the only thing that we have. We need to form up an organization, a commission, and incorporate. And we must be for the upliftment of young black men. We must be for the upliftment of men's rights. We must be unified, regardless of location, regardless of religion, regardless of ideology, regardless of who's light skinned, who's dark skinned, who's educated, who's not, who's blue collar skilled tradesman, who's not, who's rich and who's poor, who's from the West Coast or the East Coast, who's tall, who's short, whatever. – Those are petty fucking differences that benefit us not. We need to come together and strike a blow, because the wars we fight right now, and somebody needs to put this shit in the chat, the wars we fight are going to be the victories of our sons. The wars we fight are going to be the victories of our sons. Shout out to Afro National. Salute, Officer Charles. Fire stream this morning. Woo! Thank you for the support. I'm going to say it one more time. The wars we fight now are going to be the victories of our sons tomorrow. We got to lay off the petty differences. We need to be unified under one mission and one banner. I don't give a fuck where you're from. I don't give a fuck who you like. I don't give a fuck about your skin tone. I don't give a fuck what your religion is. Black men first. That's the mission statement. Black men first. If everybody else can put themselves up first, why can't black men? Say it with me now in the chat. Black men first. Because when black men do well, the entire world gets better. One more time. When black men do well, the entire world benefits. Goddamn right, Detroit. The wars we fight now are going to be our sons' victories tomorrow. I got some good fighting years left. Black men first. I don't give a fuck if you're Pan-African, Christian, Hebrew, Israelite. I don't give a fuck anymore. Black men first. I don't give a fuck if you're from Baltimore, Pittsburgh, New York, St. Louis, Cleveland, LA, Miami, Houston. Black male first. Blood boiling, you're damn right. Let's end it on a styling note.